My beloved brothers and sisters, listen to me carefully. If you've been praying for relief, begging Allah to open your rizq, and wondering why life feels stuck right now, this is not random. Because before Allah sends wealth, before He writes abundance into your story, He sends clear signs, soft whispers, subtle messages, clues that your blessing is already on its way. But here's the test. Most people miss them, they ignore them. And when the blessing finally arrives, they're unprepared to hold it. And don't be one of them. Because if even one of these signs is happening to you right now, wallahi, your entire story may be about to change. Stay with me until the end, because what you're about to hear could explain every delay, every rejection, and every unanswered dua. You've been crying about the delay that feels endless. My dear brothers, my dear sister, I know you've been asking Allah when, and maybe it's been years of carrying the same dua in your heart, years of waking up at night with tears rolling down your face, years of feeling like you're walking in circles while everyone else seems to be moving forward. And sometimes you wonder quietly, did Allah hear me? Or did my dua get lost somewhere? Let me whisper something into your heart tonight. Allah heard you the very first time. The moment your lips moved, your dua was taken up, recorded and wrapped in His mercy. But here's what you don't see. When Allah delays, it is never because He has forgotten you. It is because He knows you better than you know yourself. You see, your story is not random. Your rizq, your blessings, your provisions, they are not accidents. They are written with divine precision before your soul was even placed in this world. And so when things feel stuck, when doors refuse to open, when the weight on your chest feels heavier with each passing day, it's not because Allah is ignoring you, it's because He's shaping you into the person who can carry what you've been praying for. You're asking Allah for something big, something sacred, something life-changing. But what if the version of you right now isn't ready to hold it yet? Allah in His mercy is preparing you in ways you don't even recognize. He's teaching you patience, because patience builds strength. He's closing doors because not every open door is meant for you. He's removing distractions because what's coming requires your full heart. And sometimes the silence is the biggest mercy, because it forces you to keep coming back to Him. It keeps you on your prayer mat. It keeps your forehead in sujud. It keeps your heart soft. Do you realize what that means? Even while you're waiting for your blessing, Allah is already blessing you. He's rewriting your heart. He's rewriting your faith. He's rewriting your closeness to Him. Indeed, Allah knows while you do not know. Surah Al-Baqarah 2:216. If you could see what Allah sees, if you could see the pieces He's moving for you behind the scenes, if you could see the future He's protecting you from right now, you would never cry over the delay again. Because one day you will look back at this exact moment, at this heavy, quiet season, and you'll smile through tears. You'll whisper, Ya Allah, you were never late. You were always on time. And maybe tonight, and that's all your heart needs to know, that Allah has heard you, that He has written your rizq, that He is not making you wait out of punishment, but out of love. My dear soul, listen to me carefully. You see delays as silence, but in the heavens there is no silence. When Allah withholds, it's never random. He's not punishing you, He's protecting you. Because sometimes the blessing you're begging for at this moment is not what you think it is. You're praying for something small, but Allah is preparing something bigger. You're asking for a door, but Allah has written a palace. You're begging for one piece of the puzzle, but Allah has the entire masterpiece in His hand. And if He gave it to you now, before your heart was ready, before your soul was strong enough to hold it, the very thing you prayed for might end up breaking you. So Allah delays, not to deny, but to protect, to elevate, to prepare. Remember this, the waiting season is not wasted. Every sigh, every tear, every sleepless night, every sajda you thought was ignored, not a single one is lost. The angels have recorded every moment, and Allah is keeping them safe. Because when the moment arrives, when the blessing comes rushing into your life, you'll realize something profound. It wasn't just about the destination, it was about who you became while waiting. Right now, Allah is carving strength into your heart. He's teaching you surrender. He's teaching you to hold His hand tighter than you've ever held anything else. And when He finally gives you what you've been praying for, it won't just be a blessing, it'll be a trust. a responsibility, a turning point. So don't hate the delay, don't fight the silence. Don't think Allah has turned away from you. He hasn't. He's closer than your jugular vein. And the day your risk arrives, you'll understand every no, every not yet, every closed door, because you'll see it so clearly, so beautifully, that Allah was never denying you. He was aligning everything perfectly. And that is why you can rest tonight knowing this. Your risk has your name on it. No one can take it. No power on earth can stop it. It will reach you. At the exact second Allah has written, trust Him, trust His timing and trust His plan, because He has never been late, not even once. The separation that saves you. My beloved brothers and sisters, sometimes in life, Allah takes people away from you. And I know it hurts. You didn't expect them to leave. You thought they would be there forever. You prayed for them. You planned your future around them. And suddenly they're gone. An opportunity you worked so hard for slips away. A friendship you valued deeply ends without warning. A door you thought would lead to happiness closes without explanation. And you sit there asking yourself, why? Why did Allah let this happen? You replay every detail in your mind. You wonder if you made a mistake. You question whether you could have done more. And the pain feels heavier than your chest can hold. But my brothers and sisters, listen carefully. Allah does not remove anything from your life without purpose. Sometimes Allah protects you in ways you cannot yet understand. What looks like rejection today may be protection from something that would have harmed you tomorrow. Allah knows who belongs in your future and who doesn't. He knows which people would block the blessings and He has written for you. He knows which opportunities would delay your risk or even destroy your peace. Perhaps you dislike something while it is good for you, and perhaps you love something while it is bad for you. Allah knows and you do not know. Surah Al-Baqarah 2:216. Think about this carefully. Do you remember the story of Musa alayhi al-salam? He was raised in Pharaoh's palace in comfort, wealth and safety. To anyone watching it, it was the best place a child could be. But when the time came for Allah's plan to unfold, Musa was separated from that palace. At first it may have looked like loss, but in reality Allah was positioning him for greatness. In the same way, there are people, places and plans in your life that feel safe and familiar, but they are not part of where Allah is taking you. And for you to rise, He sometimes has to pull you out of what feels comfortable. It doesn't mean those people are bad. It doesn't mean you are unworthy. It simply means their chapter in your story has ended. The problem is our hearts get attached. We hold on tightly even when Allah is trying to make us let go. And that's why it hurts so much. But my brothers and sisters, if Allah had allowed them to stay, they would have taken space meant for the blessings He has prepared for you. Some people are sent as lessons, not lifelong companions. Some opportunities exist only to prepare you for something greater. And sometimes Allah removes quietly to protect you from louder pain later. You think you've been abandoned, but in reality, you've been saved. One day you'll understand. One day you'll look back and realize that Allah was protecting your heart, your peace and your rizq. What you thought was breaking you was actually making you up. One day you'll thank Him for every door that closed and every person who walked away and every opportunity that disappeared. Because had they stayed, you wouldn't have received what's written for you. And whoever relies upon Allah, then He is sufficient for him. Surah At-Talaq 65:3. So don't run after those who've left. Don't keep knocking on doors Allah has already closed. Don't keep chasing what He has already removed. Because when Allah takes something away, it's only because He has prepared something better. And when He gives, it will be in a way. That makes you understand why it had to happen exactly like this. Trust Him, trust His plan, trust His timing. Because one day you will stand where He has written for you. And you'll whisper through your tears, Ya Allah, You were right all along. My beloved brothers and sisters, sometimes Allah removes people, plans and opportunities from your life, not to break you, but to build you. I know you've asked this question in your heart. Why did they leave? Why did that job slip away? Why did this path collapse when I gave it my all? And I want you to know, you are not forgotten. You are being prepared. You see, Allah knows things about your future that you cannot see today. There are people who look perfect for you, but Allah knows they would block. the doors He is preparing to open. There are opportunities you beg for, but Allah knows they would distract you from something greater. And so, out of His mercy, He removes them quietly, suddenly, completely. It feels like loss, but in reality, it's protection. Perhaps you dislike something and it is good for you. And perhaps you love something and it is bad for you. Allah knows and you do not know. Surah Al-Baqarah 2:216. My brothers and sisters, sometimes Allah protects you by breaking your heart first. Because if He allowed you to continue on that path, you would suffer later in ways you cannot yet imagine. So He pulls you out now. And yes, it hurts, but He is saving you from a deeper wound tomorrow. Think about it. How many times in the past did you beg Allah to give you something? And today, when you look back, you whisper, Alhamdulillah. And that He didn't, this is why separation often comes before elevation. Sometimes Allah has written a blessing so huge, a risk so sacred, a path so pure that the people around you today cannot be part of it. It's not because they're bad. It's not because you're unworthy. It's simply because their role is complete. And keeping them close would delay what Allah has already written for you. So He clears your path even when you're not ready to let go. Even when your heart wants to hold on. Even when your tears beg Him to change it, because He sees what you cannot see and He knows what you don't know. My beloved brothers and sisters, listen carefully to this. Every person who leaves creates space for what is meant to arrive. Every door that closes sets you closer to the one that will open. Every heartbreak you endure shapes the heart that will receive something far greater. And one day you will understand why it had to happen this way. You will look back and realize that Allah was removing what was temporary to make space for what is eternal. Maybe He's protecting your peace. Maybe He's guarding your faith. Maybe He's positioning you for a risk so big that it requires separation first. Whatever the reason, trust Him, because the one who writes your story knows exactly what He's doing. And whoever relies upon Allah, then He is sufficient for him. Surah At-Talaq 65:3. My brothers and sisters, dude, I know you're hurting right now, but what if I told you you are not being punished? You are being positioned. The tears you cry today are watering the soil for the blessings that are on their way. The empty spaces you feel right now are preparing your heart for something so much better. And one day you'll wake up, look around and see exactly why Allah removed what He did. You'll see how perfectly